What's up, my golden boys and girls? Chandler here. In today's video, we are going to be going over the Longinus line. This was done by a community poll, and Longinus was the winner the last time I checked. So, without further ado, let's get into this video. So, where do I begin? Longinus, the first ever left-spinning burst bay, the first bay to have metal on the layer. And yeah, it's been kind of a staple ever since. The metal dragon head gimmick has not left it. So without further ado, we're going to start, of course, with Lost Longinus. So Lost Longinus is the first ever Longinus. So to get a little bit into perspective, Longinus in the Beyblade universe is a dragon, while in the actual mythological universe it came from, Longinus is the name of a Roman soldier or a spear that was used to stab Christ. Yeah, I know, kind of dark. How do you get a dragon out of that? But you can also see it in the design where it has spears, a little spear shape here, a little spear shape on the dragon head nose. So they're pretty much everywhere. So of course, yeah, it's Longinus. I do not actually have a stock color spiral. It's usually a dark bluish gray. Really cool. This Beyblade comes with the 9-disc and the spiral driver. So the Lost Longinus layer is a left spin layer with metal on the dragon heads. It's pretty cool. It's got pretty strong teeth. And it was the very first left spin in the game. When you bought this, you would always get a left string launcher with it. Even if you got the limited edition Coral, or not Coral, just WBBA store exclusive version, you'd get a left launcher. The 9-disc is bad. Just don't use this. It's like a vertical mixed with boost, except it doesn't work. And then Spiral is fun, but it's not that good. So I have a stadium here, and I'm going to show you how you're going to use this Beyblade. So its opponent is going to be, of course, Victory Valkyrie, and we'll do 2 battles with it. And since it is an attack type, it's going to be very quick. So shoot, Lost Longinus. And I failed my launch with Victory. Longinus. All right, this video is going to be longer than I was expecting. All right, let's angle launch it. Lost Longinus. So as you can see, it's pretty evenly matched with Victory, but it of course has that 9-disc that allows it to scrape the stadium a little more, keeping it going for a little while longer with life after death. Very similar to that of which the polished disc. So thank you, Victory Valkyrie, you've served your purpose. So let's now zoom in and we'll get our next Longinus out. Next Longinus is Nightmare Longinus. Now this is probably one of the best Longinuses ever. Like, no cap, it is really just that good. It has, of course, the stickers on it. There's a lot of stickers, which is pretty much the only downside. But it's the only Beyblade to have a fused layer and disc. Sparking, you don't count. Shut up. So, the disc part is actually these dragon heads that you can see moving in front of you. You could, of course, move that around. And of course, you can always add a frame to it. I have a black turn here for no reason, but you can attach a frame to this layer. And it becomes very, very thick. Of course, you don't get a frame with this. And you also get the infamous Destroy Driver, a driver that's supposed to have life after death when it stops spinning, or to keep it from getting KO'd with this free spinning plate and jaggy tip. Pretty cool. We'll show you it in action. So the full gimmick of this bay is as it gets closer to bursting, these contact points get exposed, does more damage, yada yada yada. Spear design on the dragon heads, yes. Lots and lots of metal. Alright, so its opponent is going to be God Valkyrie. So let's zoom out, and we'll do a battle between these two. So without further ado, let's begin. So Nightmare will go in first. Here's Victory. Rebounds off the walls for Victory, and bursts. And I bet you if we looked at Nightmare Longinus right now, we would see that it is very close to bursting. Yeah, it was at that point where if it took another hit, it was gonna burst. It was right here. Yeah. So that was Nightmare Longinus. Thank you for your demonstration, God Valkyrie. We have no use for you anymore. So, of course, after Nightmare Longinus in the anime gets destroyed by Shu Kurenai, he evolves it into a Turbo Bay, or Chozibe, being Bloody Longinus. Now, Bloody Longinus is a Chozibe, so it does have room for an upgrade, which is a Level Chip. Level Chip is this little yellow piece here. They come in many colors, and they are designed to fill in that little diamond-shaped hole in a layer, making it a little more balanced and fit together nicer. So when I do it on Longinus, the disc becomes perfectly stable and firm. So, yeah. So the Bloody Longinus layer is very similar in shape to that of Dragoon, with 4 blades, four dragon heads on each, 2 of which are grouped together on each head for, of course, structural reasons. The 13 disc is very similar, is very interesting. It has 13 points on it, of course, hence the number, and features 2 really sharp blades. It's also one of the lightest discs in the game, so, I mean, yeah. Next up, we, of course, have the Jolt Driver. The Jolt Driver is similar to that of Spiral, except it is a little bit shorter and features a rubber tip. And it is one of the fastest moving drivers in the game. So altogether, this Beyblade is pretty dang fast, pretty dang cool, and still keeps that same spear design that Longness has always had. So now we will take our left launcher, and its opponents will be, of course, Z Achilles. Yeah, also with Extend Plus, so it can stay still. So there's the Achilles. And of course, I self-KO. Jolt can be one of those tough drivers to control. I need to... This isn't... Alright, I'm going to grab an Extend Driver quickly, because there's one right in front of me. And we'll use that, and we'll launch Achilles in first. So, alright. There's the Achilles. Here comes Bloody Longinus. As you can see, it's got some pretty hefty attack. Of course, it does not have that much stamina, so it probably will lose this match to the Achilles for not getting a KO. Yeah. Alright. Well, thank you, Z Achilles. You did your job. You proved the point. We won't be needing you. Back to the center. Of course, the next Longinus is probably one of my least favorites. Not because of the blader, but just because of just how it wears out. Is Sphyluminus. So Sphyluminus is a GT base, so it is a modular Beyblade. So it has 3 parts like any other Beyblade, but the layer can split into 2 separate parts. So, of course, we'll start with the chip, being Longinus, which has a 2-teeth design very similar to that of the Valkyrie chip. It also features 2 dragon heads on the layer, keeping that same spear nose design. The Metsu weight, which I think is Japanese kanji for destruction, features 2 points on each side, enhancing Zvai's contact points, which leads us into Zvai, which has 2 giant metal dragon heads designed for upper attack, to force the opponent up and out of the stadium. This piece is actually genuinely top tier. The Drake disc, it features 2 dragon heads that are designed to line up with certain parts on Zwei Longinus as it gets closer to bursting, and the Spiral Dash driver is, well, Spiral Dash. So to assemble a GT Bay, you put the layer weight in the center, and you pop the chip on, lock it together, and then assemble it. So, of course, our opponent is going to be Ace Dragon. So, Ace Dragon is a heavyweight Beyblade, so we'll see how hard of a time Zwei has to deal with it. And as you see, there's that little wear-out problem. As the more and more you use it, the more likely the driver is to unlodge itself from the teeth, which is pretty bad. So yeah. Thank you, Ace Dragon. You showed us the flaws of Sphyluminus. And of course, lastly, we have a lot of people's favorites. Get ready for that stereotype video. Rage Longinus. Considerably the best Longinus ever released. It is, of course, a modular layer. So you take it apart. And the layer is, of course, a total of 4 parts. So we'll fully assemble it. We'll start with, of course, the Longinus Chip core. it is very, very hard to see. So you can always notice that it's like a kind of a lavender with a gold ring in the center. Supposed to kind of match the Longinus style. Very similar color to that of the Spiral Dash. Of course, now you have the Longinus Chip, which has, I think, like there's 5 dragon heads on it. 1 in the center, and then there are 2 that are hidden here and somewhere around here, or maybe it's 3, I'm not sure. Features a weird locking mechanism where it bursts a little earlier than most other Sparking Bays. The Rage Ring, which has 2 metal dragon heads that are designed for upper attack, very similar to that of Zwei, except they're a lot smaller and they are compatible with the GT layer, or the Sparking layer system. 3A is designed for left spin bays, pretty much only used in competitive on Rage. And 3A is designed to upper attack opponents or give them a really nasty spike attack with these huge sharp blades. It also features a very, very interesting spearhead design. As you can see, that's like a spearhead, and that's like the spear handle. Pretty dang cool. And lastly, the Destroy Dash driver, probably one of the most critically acclaimed drivers in the game. It is just Destroy with a tighter spring. I know, I watered it down a little too much for you guys, didn't I? So, of course, since Sparking has multiple protagonists, I didn't know really what bay to pick. So instead, I will have Rage Longinus fight King Helios and Super Hyperion at the exact same time. Oh boy, God help me. So I will launch in King Helios first. I think I'll do this. King Helios. If it would stay in the center, I'd be most happy. I will angle launch it if that's what I have to do. Super Hyperion. Okay, they're weak. Ah, this sucks. I got them all in, but no. All right, I gotta figure this out. King Helios. Super Hyperion. And you can see that upper attack as it launched Helios up into the air at that second hit. So that was Rage Longinus. I'm sorry, I couldn't really get them in really fast. It just happens. So I hope you all have an awesome day. Oh, actually, no, I'm not doing the outro yet. So that was all of the Longinus, guys. I'm actually gonna... Also, I forgot to mention, this actually has a rare variant, which is the rare chassis variant of Rage Longinus. To explain the difference, I would have to take it apart and show you that this chassis has purple metal instead of silver. That's literally it. That's the only reason this thing's rare. And it actually raises the price by like $100 or something ridiculous like that. But that was Rage Longinus. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. Stay safe, stay awesome. And no, we're not doing the outro yet, guys. Haha, I'm trolling you. Actually, I am going to do a battle between every single Longinus for you to show you why Rage is probably top dog. So, let's start off with, and we'll do King of the Hill. So, Lost versus Nightmare. What? Hang on, I failed the launch there, but that actually got a burst. Really? Interesting. You can hear that destroy plate also doing some work. Wow, I guess Lost Longness did get a burst, huh? Top dog. Alright, here comes Rage Longinus. Bloody. And I'm failing launches left and right, guys. I'm gonna switch to a DB launcher because they're more reliable. Yep. You can see Bloody's like actual speed. The speed on this thing is just insane. All right, next up we of course have Sphy versus Bloody. God, Sphy almost won that, didn't it? Yeah, Bloody was one click away from bursting, and Sphy was at that point where it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill you. Alright, so next battle we have is, of course, Bloody versus Rage. Bloody, please win. I'm gonna make a meme if you do. And he self-KOs. Not having it. Not having it. Not having it. Oh. Yo! Bloody did it! Top dog, really? No, it's my homie, Bloody Longinus. Like, seriously, come on. How is this not the best Longinus? No, but, alright. In all due respect, this is the best one. This one just got really lucky. So thank you guys so much for watching. This is the actual outro now. The rare chassis one's gonna get thrown in there because I want it to be. Yeah, Longinus, guys. Pretty cool line. I know a lot of people actually really do love Longinus, and there are quite a few to choose from, and we are going to get one in the coming booster after Spriggan releases. So, yeah, just stay tuned for that. Hope you all have an awesome day. Stay safe, stay awesome, and Beyblade.